Power! So welcome back to another video. Today we have snow. As you can see, my fiance's car is in the way of the garage, so I'm going to have to clear off the snow and move the car so I can actually get to the garage. So I've got her car fired up. I was expecting it to have a flat battery, but it hasn't. So that's currently firing up so I can defrost it and get it moved. And then I can pull the Vectra off and then eventually pull it back on in front of the garage. So we've got a few things to do today. And over the next couple of days, to be honest. So in here, we have a vacuum lines for our new boost gauge. Their new front suspension springs, and then their drop links all around. So the drop links and suspension will be done tomorrow in another video. I'm going to do the vacuum line and the new boost gauge in this video. And we've got some nice awesome carbon fibre vinyl wrap to have a look at as well. So I've moved the cars around on the drive. So now the Vectra's in front of the garage. And today we're going to do the boost gauge. So we've already got an install that you've seen, but we've got a replacement boost gauge and replacement back pipe, and we're going to run it correctly. Well, that's the plan anyway. And obviously going to change the colours in the engine bay, because obviously we have a nice red pipe, and obviously what we have at the moment I think is purple and orange, purple and yellow. So let's go and have a look anyway. Let's pop the bonnet. Let's go and have a look. So if you watched the video where we did fixes on Vectra, you remember that bit there. For a start, so it's purple and clear, and then it snakes around in here behind this bit, which I'll show you a bit later on. So let's get under the bonnet and have a look what we have. You know, what a YouTuber doing videos in the snow, working on cars in this cold weather. There we can see the purple line coming in, and that's a separate yellow one there, but we'll replace both. So what we need to do is we need to get this cover off by undoing just the one bolt with the looks of it, and let's have a look at what it's attached into. So I've removed the engine cover. As you can see, it's only had one freaking bolt holding it for now, so we'll see if we can get some more. So a quick inspection down there, you can just see, reveals that we are running green injectors, which are the bigger ones, so that's partly why it makes more power. There is the turbo. As you can see, this downpipe here has got a gap, and every so often when I stop and I'm stationary in traffic I can smell fumes, and it's definitely the fumes from this car, so I'm assuming that's where it's coming from, but it doesn't sound like it's blowing, which is bizarre. But I can't tighten them up either. I don't know what I'm going to do at the moment, but I need to get rid of the fumey smell in the car. But I'll have a look underneath just in case the fumes are coming from somewhere else and it's not there. I just don't know where they're coming from at the moment. So the purple vac pipe is the one that comes from the boost gauge. It came underneath the filter and tees into here. Someone's replaced some of the other vac pipes just with some yellow, which I don't really like. But you can't really see them except for that bit there anyway, because they're under the cover. But I'm not really a fan of yellow. But what I've been looking for is I've been looking for a safe place to actually run it through the bulkhead. Now, I just don't think there is. With the turbo being there, obviously there's the extra heat shield in there. There's the back of the heater matrix there, which I don't really want to push into because I don't want to burst any pipes. And then I'm a bit unsure where to run anything because I don't want to make a hole where the heat can soak into the car and maybe cause a fire. So it's all because the turbo's on the back of the engine, where I'm used to turbos on the front, and you can just poke a hole and it's nice and cold and no issues. But I can't do it here. I can't find anywhere safe to actually do it. Yeah, everywhere's got like extra protection because of the heat. Wherever I'm looking, even everywhere, I just can't find one. I've dropped a freaking socket as well, which is annoying me. I've dropped an E12 because I was trying to tighten the freaking downpipe up, because I've got one bolt there that's different, and then that's an E12 which is different again. And I dropped the socket somewhere down there when I was pulling the freaking ratchet out. But can I see it? No. And the sod's watching the freaking drop out on the road. And so the only thing I can really do that's safe, not to disturb anything there, is pull the vacuum pipe back the same way. And wrap it around in the pillar. I mean, I can tidy it up once it's in the car so it's not snaking around all the plastic, but there's just nowhere particularly safe. And plus it's only freaking rubber anyway, so I don't want to melt it by going too close to the turbo. So I'm going to have to just pull it back in. I've got no choice really. So I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull the pipe through as red. I either pull it through this way or pull it through the door, I don't really know. Yeah, I ain't got a lot of choice. Not safe choices anyway. I mean, someone would probably write in the comments, oh, you could have put it here, but oh well. So we're going to replace it with that one, and then we're going to pull out the gauge and replace the gauge with a new one and wire it in, and hey presto. So to get to this one, we pull off the rubber. As you can see, someone's drilled a hole into the body there, which isn't ideal, but it's already there now. So it's one of those things, so I'll just use it because it's there. So you can see now the snake that is the vacuum pipe that comes into the car. But if you've been following the videos anyway, you'll have already seen that. You can see where the pipe has been poked through that hole in the middle of the screen now, and then pushed into the plastic, and then so on and so on. There's got to be a better way. I'm not saying there is at the moment. I can feel what I think is a better way. If I bring the pipe in and go up over the top and then down, I think that might be a bit better. I'm also wondering whether I should actually drill some holes into this, you know, into these four corners, just for some air to come out. I don't really know. I might leave that for now and then come back to it. Right, so now I need to pull this pipe off, which should be nice and easy to do. There we go. Pipe is off, as you can see. We need to somehow pull the pipe out. Bloody hell, it's a tight hole. Whoever put that in. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So then pull it out of that hole. There we go, one kinked up pig's tail. I need to somehow either attach the red pipe onto that and then pull it through. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do. Attach the red pipe on this end, and as we pull it through, we should feed it through the hole in the wing. So that'll save us a bit of effort trying to poke it through. I'm hoping. Is there some play on this? Pull it out a bit. Yeah, it moves straight away. Right, I'm gonna get the red pipe and attach it on. Now I couldn't actually attach the two pipes together because I think that's a 4mm hole on the clear, and this is 3mm on there, and I couldn't get either of them to either stretch or shrink. So I've taped it on. I'm just praying a little bit that it's going to stay stuck as I pull it through. So this will either be a fail or not. I don't like the fact it goes around that bonnet hinge. Is there a way I can pull it? I don't know. I don't know whether I should get a screwdriver in there. Yeah, let's get a screwdriver, guys. Let's see if we can pull it up. Where's my screwdriver? I need a really thin one. Oh, my thin stuff is out. Right. Nope, wrong drum. Let's go for this. So if we get that in that hole. I need something with a hook on. If only I had something with a hook on. What have we got in our trim tools? I got a crow's foot, but I'm not sure if the crow's foot will fit in. Ooh, ooh. Come on, crow's foot. Come on. But it's gripping it. I'll push some of that back, maybe just give it a bit of slack. Maybe, I don't know. I've got a hole in it. Right, okay, that's a bad idea. See, this is a fail. Ah, no! Either way, this might help or might not work now. See, this is live action videoing. Where's my long nose? With a decent nose. Alright, let's go with this one. Can't believe I just done that. I can't believe I snapped it. Right, so let's get that on it. Let's get that on it. Oh shit. Come back! Come back, pipe! Oh fuck, that was gone completely. Right. Bloody hellfire, messed that up, didn't we? Right, I have to do this in a different way. What a pain in the ass that was. What I ended up doing was feeding this bit, because it's stiffer, that's really soft and bendy, stiffer, back through the whole, oh, instead of trying to lean over, if I'll just come around and show you. Back through that gap there, now I can tuck this pipe down and out the way, it can come round front of the engine bay and then tee off, because I don't really like it doing what it's doing with that purple. So yeah, that's how we've done that. What a pain in the ass that was. Honestly, it took me like 20 minutes. And I was just checking that it fits on the back of the boost gauge, which it does. This isn't the gauge that we're going to be keeping, but it does fit. I pulled enough slack through so it can just squash in there nice and easy. Oh, I might have to find it. Yeah, there we go. Like so. I mean, I am going to check that it works properly, because if it doesn't, and the pipe's trapped, I might drill that hole out bigger, feed it through that, and so on. But I'll see how it gets on first. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tidy off inside the engine bay first, get that done, and then I can chop off any spare. So, like I said, I'm going to tuck this under there, run it round, probably tie wrap it out of the way, and then branch across here somewhere. And at the same time, I'm going to replace all them other ones, I think. So I was just testing that the bonnet's not going to hit the pipe, which it's not. It's tucked up under there. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can see a little bit of red if you want to look for it. And I'm just going to put my bonnet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's tucked under there, as you can see. Tried to keep it out of the way as much as I can. Fed it into that hole just to keep it up there. There's a single tie wrap holding it just there, as you can see. And then it's tucked underneath here, pops out onto that T-piece. So it looks neat, because you can't see it. Now I'm just going to quickly swap all these yellow ones for red ones. Just then they were all one colour at least. So I've just added an extra couple of tie wraps just here and here to hold the vacuum pipe up out of the way. So now it's time to just put the engine cover back on with its awesome 1 bolt, get rid of the snow that I've just put on it. This is what happens when you buy modified cars. People just freaking took stuff and put stuff on that many times that just shit's missing. Right, so that with the engine cover back on, as you can see the vacuum lines are much, I freaking come off the bolt, didn't realise. The vacuum lines now are much tidier. Plus the bit that you can see is at least the same colour, and we like red. And Bluudys garage. Ta-da! Right, let's get this new gauge on and see how well it works. So what I've done is I've removed the under tray from underneath here, because if you watch my previous videos, you know obviously this is where the wiring is adapted for the boost gauge. So luckily it has these blocks on. So I'm going to undo the cables to remove that boost gauge, tap in the new ones and hope that they work for a start. And I hope they'll be long enough. Give them a bit of testing and see if it works. We are wired in. We have ignition on. And yes, I know the needle sits a little high. Don't know if I can correct that as of yet. But hopefully, put the camera there. It doesn't actually flicker in real life, it seems to flicker against the camera. But look, it's white and red, which matches. Well, them white and reds. I'll have to come back at night time and show you. But now I just need to build this all back up. And I've just realised that I've just wired that in and I need to feed it through that hole. Ah, god damn it. So here we have everything back together. Let's fire it up. Light on. That you can really tell in the daylight. And then It only goes to there on this gauge, where the other one went to like 30. I've checked, there's no vacuum leaks, and it's running absolutely fine. So, not sure, but I'll give it a test drive and I'll come back at night time and show you lit up. I love how good the gauges look at night. Obviously, shut my door. And then if I turn my lights on, look at it. White and red, and it looks amazing! And then we'll fire the car up and hopefully the radio doesn't stop playing. Oh, locks on, 2 locks on, hold on. Yeah! Loving it! It just makes it look so much good. So much better. Because it matches and it's not blue. So, you know, really happy with that. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this boost gauge install. Obviously you've seen where it's been plumbed into, and we've got a better looking turbosmart boost gauge. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Lots more things to come. I'm currently sat with a wrapped dashboard, which is a video to come, so I ain't going to spoil it just yet. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook and everything else that I'm on to keep up to the latest, because I do release teasers and pictures and stuff like that. Check out the latest videos I've got. I've just started the toolbox build, as well as the garage. We'll be releasing part 4. Well, I'm filming part 4 gradually at the moment. So Supra will be coming back to the house soon, so we'll be continuing work on the Supra, and there's a little bit left to do on the Golf before we're getting ready to sell it. If anyone's interested in the Golf, you know, by all means let me know. Through the normal channels of Facebook and that, not through YouTube comments, because I can't message you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you in another video very, very, very soon. Ciao, guys. See you later. Bye. Power!